I'm here to tell you today, God doesn't want your worship. It's not that your worship isn't pleasing to Him. It's that God is not seeking worship. He's seeking worshipers. That's a whole different story. If you were to do a search for how many times the Bible talks about seeking God, you'd find hundreds of verses. But if you were to search out how many times it talks about what God is seeking, you'd find only a small handful of verses. Aren't you at all curious as to what God seeks? What is He looking for? Here's a few Bible verses just to whet our appetite. John 4. The time is coming, indeed it's here now, when true worshipers will worship the Father in spirit and truth. The Father is looking for those who will worship Him that way. What's God looking for? What does He seek? Worship? No, He's looking for worshipers, true worshipers. Flip it now to the Old Testament, 2 Chronicles chapter 16. The eyes of the Lord search the whole earth. What is He looking for? Those whose hearts are fully committed to Him. Those whose hearts are fully committed to Him, so that He can show Himself strong. He's looking for hearts, fully committed hearts. Just let that sink in for a minute. I think we'd all agree that David is one of the best examples we have of a true worshiper. And God reveals the following piece of information to the prophet Samuel when Samuel prepares to go and anoint the next king of Israel. 1 Samuel 16. The Lord does not see things the way you see them. People judge by outward appearance, but the Lord looks at the heart. And even before this, when God was rejecting King Saul, the prophet Samuel said these words, God, the Lord, has sought out a man after His own heart. You see, God was seeking. And what was He seeking? What was He looking for? He was looking for a committed heart. And He found David, and the rest is history. Years later, God has to rebuke His own people. And He does that through the prophet Isaiah, chapter 29. These people say they are mine. They honor me with their lips, but their hearts are far from me. May that never be said of us. But we do have a dilemma. Now hear me. God is not impressed with outward appearance. Yet we are living in an image-conscious generation. Image is everything. But can we even trust what our eyes can see? Are you like me? Are red flags waving as you see artificial intelligence just taking over the world? Is what appears before my eyes even real? It's getting even harder to discern. We have a problem. What are we to do? We must come back to the solid ground of God's Word. Let the verses that I've just read penetrate your mind. Let them sink down deeper in your heart. God's Word must inform the decisions we make as we endeavor to lead a new generation in worship. I've dedicated decades of my life to teaching hungry college students, and I continue to carry the same message I've always had, perhaps now with even more urgency. God continues to look for Davidic leaders who know how to prepare a place for the presence of God. And we have no choice now but to go counterculture with our worship. If we follow the culture around us, our worship will be performance-based instead of presence-bathed. If we follow the culture around us, we'll let criticism stop us. Yeah, I used to be a people pleaser. It nearly killed me. I've had to learn how to let criticism just roll off me like water off a duck's back. And I know I'm not the only one who struggles with this. Take a look at David when he was bringing the ark of God's presence back into the center of the life of Israel's worship. He was severely criticized. By who? By his own wife. Interesting. What was she so concerned about? His image. His image. How he was being seen before the people. But how did he respond to the criticism? I love this. He said, It was before the Lord. What I did, what I expressed was before the Lord. It's time for Davidic leaders to arise and bring the presence of God back into the church. In the video description below, I've included a link to a PDF document. Check it out. It talks about Davidic leadership, and it'll explain more clearly what that means and what was the value system that motivated David. And be sure to stay tuned for more short videos like this that are coming, because I want to provide resources. I want to provide some tools. So look for more content in days to come. And remember, God's not looking for worship. He's looking for worshipers.